today we're going to head on back to Universal Studios to check out the brand new Bourne Stuntacular stunt show. I love new additions to these theme parks. That being said, for whatever reason, never actually seen a Bourne film. And I just learned that my buddy Ken, who is also with me once again, also has not seen Bourne. So hopefully I can offer like a bit of a perspective on it. Like, if you guys haven't seen the movie either, would you still like the show? Time to head on in. And why is a parade float out front? I was trying to record and I was trying to say something about Bourne, and then SpongeBob cut me off. Before I was rudely interrupted by Bikini Bottom's marching band, I was going to mention that I'm not going to record the show as much as I want to, and I want to show you guys the whole thing. They are not actually technically open. They are in what they call public technical rehearsals, which are kind of funny, where it's like the grand opening hasn't happened yet, but they're still gonna let everybody from the general public into the show, and they're gonna have like 6 different wait times and all this, but it's not open. So I'm gonna go in, I'm not gonna record the show, I'm just gonna come out and I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts. Hopefully that's cool. Before we go in there, how much do you know about the Bourne franchise?
0%.
I know a few things, actually. I know his name is Jason Bourne. He is played. He is literally, you know how I know that? And I can't even remember which movie it is, but I remember the trailer very vividly in the theater. And I remember that it looked like a generic action movie for the most part.
Over there.
But the one line that stood out was like, Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. I remember that. So I know his name is Jason Bourne, and I know he's played by Matt Damon. I also know that there was a movie with Jeremy Renner in this franchise somehow. I don't think he was playing Jason Bourne, but maybe. Oh my God, SpongeBob's coming back around to cut us off again. What do you know about Bourne?
All I know is like a Mission Impossible movie.
Yeah, it's like something about spies. I don't know, this should be interesting.
He came to recover some of his memory, only to discover, unfortunately, that his own government had turned on him.
Your U.S. government property. There are now functioning $30 million budget. You tortured yourself for a long time now.
You don't know which one's about It's complicated. This prototype observation and evaluation room uses a new protocol for enhanced virtual surveillance. Once you enter the facility, you'll see what I'm talking about. For all intents and purposes, you will be right there, live, following Jason Bourne wherever he goes, as he encounters danger, traverses various locations, even advances through time zones.
So just to kind of recap, Jason Bourne is still on the run. He's still defeating bad guys. And these are live actors that are going to be interacting with real props, like two full-size cars, a building, prop guns and explosions and whatever, all interacting with this animated screen that enhances their movement. So because this was a technical rehearsal, not all of it was turned on. Most of it was, the guns worked, the smoke machines worked, the fog machines, Yeah, all of that worked. The
Things
only,
didn't work.
yeah, the only things that were down, they worked, but they just weren't turned on, was the fire effects. I think they're saving that one for actually opening day and beyond, which we'll come back and see if it makes a difference. Well, as a non-fan of the franchise, you know, as two people who have never seen the franchise, first thing is, did we understand it? Did we really grasp the story? I think we both seem to. They did a really, really good job of recapping kind of what already happened and where Jason Bourne is now. I feel like I fully, yeah, it's a good little synopsis. I feel like I fully understand kind of what this world is about, and it actually made me want to watch the movies. The minute we stepped into the building, I was like, I really am dying to go watch these movies. How do we feel like the actors did?
They did a great job tonight.
I really do feel like there's not a ton of talking involved. It's not a ton of dialogue. It's more action. It's very action-packed. I actually think the main guy looks a lot like Matt Damon too. Like, he looks so much like Jason Bourne that it's crazy. How do we feel about the effects?
I like it.
The screen is very animated.
And it moves around.
It does. It moves around and it pans the camera and everything. At first, it kind of looked like Fast and Furious to me a little bit. It didn't look all the way real until it started affecting the props. Once you did, I don't want to give too much away, but there's some camera pans and there's the way that Jason interacts with the screen and jumps in and out of our reality versus their reality. That's when it started to become more realistic, and after a few seconds of getting used to it, I was really, really sucked into this world, and I was trying to figure out what was going to go on next. Do we recommend this show? Like, absolutely. So I think if you're a fan of the Bourne franchise, then absolutely, there's no question, come see this show. But if you're a fan of the Bourne franchise, you're probably going to come see this show regardless. If you're not a fan of the Bourne franchise and you're being dragged by someone who is, rest assured, you're still gonna really, really like it. Of course, I miss Terminator 2 3D. Of course I do. But the way that this camera moved on the screen and everything, it almost felt 3D.
Yeah.
It almost felt, and this was a good update, good new thing for the park. I definitely think it was awesome.
Yeah.
I would recommend everybody go see this. No opening date has actually been announced for this ride, or not ride, show yet, but when it is, I will definitely keep you guys informed. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. I will post it on both. If I'm able to, I'll actually come back on opening day and check out some of those and see what the difference that some of those fire effects did.
We don't know if they may add, take out.
They could add, they could take out certain things. Ultimately, I'm very, very excited for the future of this attraction. I think it's a wonderful addition to Universal Orlando. Actually, if you give it just a second, we're about to get Marilyn Monroe in our background here. Just 1 second. This has nothing to do with Jason Bourne, but I just wanted to put it in there. Anyways, go ahead and subscribe down below for weekly adventures. Ring that little bell icon for notifications on every single episode. And if you're able to, come on down to Universal Orlando. Check out a technical rehearsal for the Bourne Stuntacular. Goodbye, everyone.